Okay. Hey guys. My god, my phone's gonna fall. Yep. Oh my god. Okay, maybe this is better. Who cares? Okay. So I was supposed to, show you videos of this whole thing that has happened here, but my phone died on me. So now, it's already done and it's there, but we're gonna get started. So, my name is Shreya, and I am cooking and making a video of it because my boyfriend's learning how to cook and he lives in Germany and he wanted some easy recipes or at least easy ways to tackle difficult recipes, for him to make food there. And I decided to make chole today. So, I'm a South Indian. I don't normally prefer to eat North Indian dishes because I find them a little more time taking, kind of, maybe because I'm just used to cooking South Indian food, that's all. So I tend to make very simple versions of the North Indian dishes that I make, and today chole is the victim. So to get started, you need like a bunch of vegetables. Actually, not a bunch, it's quite simple to be honest. You just need tomatoes. I am using two because I'm making, not two, three, because I'm making them just for myself. You need one big onion. I also had peeled garlic, and I cut up like a couple of mirchis for the spice. Other than that, you also need like, you don't need this, it's more of a choice, but you need potatoes. I put four really small potatoes. You need potatoes because you can mash them up and make the gravy a bit more thick. That way, it'll last you longer, or you would end up eating a little bit lesser because it's a little more carb heavy. So yeah, so I already ended up cutting the onions, which I'll sweat them before I put like any gravy and all that in them when I'm cooking it. I cut up the tomatoes. These are going to get mashed after this also because we want like a smooth paste. I have some khade masala here which I've kept because they will be going in the cooker with the chole and the potatoes to boil. And I also, while my phone was charging, I boiled like some tea. So generally when you're making chole, for a bit of the flavor, you use the water, like the tea water, to give that kind of flavor. So now I'm going to get out a chani to strain the tea water and strain it, and then pour it into the like cooker with the chole in them. So for the chole, I soaked them in water a few days ago. Actually, that's why they've also sprouted, but I would suggest that you soak them in water a day before, and you'll get really soft chole that way. um, this cooker has four potatoes. It has the chole that I want to boil. It also has some salt in it because we want the salt to get absorbed into the chole and the potatoes. And I'll be putting the khade masale in also because when they boil with the with the chole, they get the flavor. Now I'm just pouring the tea water. Of course, strain it. Okay, don't put the tea powder in as well. Mine's a bit strong and the water is not enough, so I'm going to pour a little more water into this, just to make it a little, like, boil worthy. I don't know what to call it. So how much water do you put in chole is, it's kind of similar to cooking like any kind of dal, which is that it would have to just submerge the dal. Okay, don't put too much. One good thing about chole is that even if you put too much water, it's not going to really like affect you. You have to still like strain it and remove some of the water before you put it into your gravy that you'll be making for the chole. So I've put a little extra water because I also have potatoes in it which are going to be like boiling. So I put that, and I put the tea water. I've put chole inside which was soaked. I have put some khade masala and I put salt. So all that is going to go on the boil. Now I would recommend in Indian weather to boil this for around 4 to 5 whistles just so that your chole is really soft. But if you are living abroad, where I have noticed in the cold temperatures the whistles come faster, but the temperature of the water doesn't go to 100 degrees fast enough. You would need more cities, like almost I think 8 to 9 cities would, I think 7 to 8 at least would be ideal. I don't know if you need more, that you will have to adjust. How you can adjust is that when you're done boiling it and the pressure releases, take out one chole from there and crush it between your fingers. If it becomes a paste, like if it, crushes like a paste, it means it's cooked well, like it's done. If it, splits in two, that's just the dicot kind of breaking into. So maybe you need to put it for a couple more cities at least. Now I'm going to mash the tomatoes. I think I'll sweat the onions. That is, put them in the kadhai with the oil, let them kind of release their water and stuff. But the garlic and the mirchi I will cook. I will mash it and put it together. Also, something that I forgot, which I remember now, and I'm going to prep it right now, is ginger. I was supposed to wear an apron for this video. I did not, and now I'm regretting it because I really wanted to make that meme with that woman in the McDonald's or something. She wears that apron and she just like tugs it real tight, and you're like, oh my god. Oh, fuck, fuck. Ignore the language there. I almost cut my nail, which I cannot. I got pretty nail art, okay? My nails look really pretty right now. I cannot afford to cut them. It's only been 2 days since I got it. Hazards. Occupational hazards of cooking, I guess. So I've cut some ginger. It should be more than enough. Okay, so now we are done with the prep part of it, and our chole is in the cooker. It's like whatever, getting cooked, I would say. I also blended my tomato paste. See how good it is. I love it. Like it's so convenient. Now what we're gonna do is we're going to sweat the onions. We're going to put the tomato paste in. Let all of that cook, and leave some oil. And speaking of which, I just realized that I put my phone on top of the oil container. So I'm going to move you a little bit and hope to God that this doesn't fall. Oh my. So I'm going to take some oil. I'm going to pour that oil. Uh, that should be more than enough. I want to avoid using too much oil, just not just because it's healthy, it's just also like expensive. So anyway, so my oil's kind of heating up. What I need right now is my onions. Let the oil heat up a bit more. I have it on sim. I'm just going to put it on high, and once that's done, I'm going to put the onions in. Once I put the onions in, I'm going to stop the video because all my masalas are in the masala dabba, which is where I've kept the phone now. So I'm not winning, guys. I'm not winning with these. I need a tripod stand. Okay. The oil is kind of, you know, bubbling. So you know that it's ready to cook your onions. I like using. Okay, so while the tomato is cooking, and I hope it's not burning on the sides, it's not, it's almost done. I took the time to basically make the masala like the masala powder paste that you put into this thing. So it's a 1 teaspoon mixture of 5 things. One is the red mirchi powder, then you have 1 teaspoon of turmeric, then you have 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, you have 1 teaspoon of garam masala, and 1 teaspoon of chole masala. So these add the flavor and the spices that you need for the curry. I think my tomato mixture is done. I'm just going to, pour in this thing. I've also added a teaspoon of salt to this just because there's no salt in the tomato and there is some salt in the chole. So I'm just adding enough salt to, balance out the taste. Always recommended put some water in the masala mixture before you pour it. That way it spreads evenly throughout the curry. Chalo, now I've put it in. Now we are at the point of no return. Let me just show you how the chole looks now. So if you can see, this is how the curry looks right now. Just take one. So it's still like not fully cooked. It needs the oil to kind of come out. So that's how you know that the vegetables are done. Our chole is done, and look at how amazing that looks. Like you can see that uh, the chana of it has actually, like, big expanded to look a bit fatter and all that. So I'm just, generally I would peel the potatoes, but I'm not in the mood to do that today, so I'm just going to take this and go ham on them. And this is then going to go into the curry paste that is done here. So I mix the chole in with our done curry, and this is what it looks like. That's done.